Got it. Okay. Great. Okay, we'll just do a oh, you can do it. Great.
Onegaishimasu.
Okay, find this one. Okay, well, this is enough for a bit. You might be better going there. Good, changing, swinging from the back. Taking it to the sides. Okay, rotating. And take it away from this one. Reaching up, taking nice and breath in. Hinging down with the breath out. Reaching down. And coming up through the spine. And just follow your own breath. One more time. And take it to the head. Direction to the front. Reach into the chest. Looking left and right. Taking it to the shoulder. Taking the hands, pressing into the core, lengthening the back of the neck. The fist pressing into the chin, you're going to press up, a little bit pulling back with the chin. Press. Release and taking the hands to the back, a little pressure forward, with the neck. Lifting the neck. And releasing chin to chest, bringing the elbows together. Opening up to the top, spreading the elbows away, and you're pulling them back. Coming down, bring the elbows together. Open up, spreading the elbows, take it to a gentle back bend, looking into the ceiling. Spreading the elbows away. And release it. All the shoulders. And change. Alternating the shoulders. And then through the elbows. And change. And the wrists. Change. The side. Now cross, lengthening, and change. So back. And change. And fingers together. Stretch it into the chest. Release it. One more time. Chin up one side. And go over. And back to the side. Change. And change. So taking the elbows back. Lengthen out down the arm to the fifth. And in fact, rolling the hips. And then change. Feet out wide. Press the hips down. Set into a little bit. Mobilize the hips. Press down onto the knees, length through the back, looking over the shoulder. And just alternating every couple of seconds. You should bring the weight one side. And hold it one side. And change. And change. One more. Bring the tails up one side. Walking over to the side. Pressing the hands to the ground, lengthening through both legs. Walking out with the hands, lengthening through the shoulders to the spine. Gently pull the hips back. Press the weight into the hands, really lean the feet together at the back. And just dragging out through the heels. Lengthening back with both feet. Walking the hands back to the feet. Always, always. Nice and slowly. And to stand. Take a long lunge. Take the opposite hand. Reach up to the ceiling. Take it to the back. Take it to the side. Take it to the spiral. All right, sideways. Back to center. Switch the feet. Reach up. A little back bend. A little bit to the side. A little bit of a rotation. Back to center. Bring the fingers together. Rolling out the wrist. Changing direction. Take to a Nikki thumb down and over the top. Take the elbow down, just pulse it once you've got the grip. And then also hold. Switch it over. Pulse it a few times. And then hold it. Actually taking the thumb between the third and fourth finger, pad of the hand, and then the idea of this one's just pulse the front to the outside. You just pulse it gently once you've got the position. Pulse it on. Pulse it. Pulse it. Pulse it. Hold. Release it. Switch the hand. Good. And hold it. Good. Take the fingers, spiraling up through the fingers into the elbow. Just pulse it on. Then hold it. And change the hand. Spiraling up through the fingers, through the forearm, into the elbow. And hold it. And then taking the fingers this way, and then the palm reaches out, fingers point back towards the center line. And don't pulse this one, just hold it. And gently release it, switch the side. Oh. Great, and then just taking the fingers back. And change. And then just the fingers, one at a time, one finger, a little bit of weight, release it, go to the second, a little bit of weight, release it, third, release it, last fourth. Take to the side, and the first finger. Release, second. Release, third. Release, fourth. And then nice and careful for the thumbs, drawing the thumb towards the forearm. Release it slowly. The other side. Shake them out. Release the arms. Shake the legs a little bit. Plant the feet down, shake out our legs. Chew up the weight, settle into the feet. Feel a little weight go really into the ground. And each time, just make the movement a little bit smaller. Small. The impulse from the center of the body. Tips of the toes, fingertips. Top of the head. Just allow the body to settle in place. Great, we're just going to do one swing. So from just for this one, reach the hands up, just release down. Reach the hands up, release down. So the first one, just really letting the arms release, letting the shoulders open. Knees release towards the whole body just releasing towards the ground. Okay, keep going. Just Adrian, just muted. But, keep going. Okay. So think about this one in terms of sword work as well. Think about the body basically. What I don't want to do is basically be vertical with this. So I don't want the spine to actually drop down straight down and feel that this kind of balance. Think of the balance in the spine basically forward. So the hips go back, the knees bend, release, but the spine is also flexible in this position. But try and avoid doing this, basically sitting back into the posture. So think about activating down into it, but active forward, without obviously losing balance. So engaging the body forward into the swing, without dropping back, and without falling forward. So think about when you make the sword cut, where the spine just breaks the vertical. That's the kind of line you're looking to through the spine. So you're looking to sit into the hips and the knees. And the more you kind of do that, the more you can allow the spine to flex. You find that 90-degree position. Nice set. Good. And then this one, just to really activate the hands and the feet. So you're going to make a claw position like this, and you're going to pull yourself up onto the toes. Stay on the toes and find the same swing. So keep the hands active, claw position. Keep the feet active by just pulling the heel off the ground. Just a few here. Try and maintain that sense of release through the shoulder, through the hip, through the knee, as much as you can. Also, that's sort of balance. But the main focus here is just to put a bit more emphasis on the hands, the feet. Okay. So, nice. Very good. So the hand position is quite specific in this case, but if you've ever seen traditional karate school, especially if you go to look at the 𝘭𝘰𝘦𝘴 styles, then they have all these different training tools. And, one of them is like two very heavy clay pots that they practice for the grip, and you basically pick them up like this, and you basically do different exercises. The main one's like just walking with it, but it's basically a grip training with it. So if you imagine kind of actually holding something in the grip, so something here and basically heavy, and then think about the weight of the body basically really pulling them up. So if you imagine, in this case, like you're holding something in the hand, really gripping it, and you maintain it all the time. You don't want to lose the grip in this case, so you keep the grip, and you basically keep the shoulder soft. This way. So it's quite a specific hand shape, but again, it's just to kind of activate the hands, but it's the feeling like you're closing the fingertips onto a heavy object, which could be a ball or a weight. Yeah, exactly. Like that. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So you can do different kind of hand positions like pinching or clawing, but the idea is basically close the grip onto the object. Yes. Good. And then we'll do another one, which is basically for the hands position. This time, really emphasize that you're going to press the palms together, like a wood chopping position. You're going to come up through the back, and then you're going to drop in. In this case, find the center line here. So find the hip, yes, drop in. Find the hip, drop in. Drop in. And again, the emphasis not on the hands, but on the body dropping in. Body dropping in. As much as possible, trying to keep the shoulders released. Hips free, knees free. And the emphasis now is on this position. So if you imagine actually really now dropping weight into it. So it's not now going into this position, it's going into this position.
So the feelings that you're actually dropping weight in, dropping weight in, dropping weight in. And if you want to, you can use the hand if you want as a kind of feedback. So nice one to do. But the feelings now to really, to drop weight in. That's it. Good, great. Good, okay, take a bokken. So we'll just start, okay, just start shoulder width, just as we go. Just start with again a kind of loose exercise. So you're going to really reach the back and really just let the sword come down. Just again, really releasing, but now just notice the extra weight in the hands, in the front of the body. Just try and neutralize it through the posture again. Yeah, neutral. So just reaching the back, cutting down. Okay. So this is a really great exercise to do two things. Work with a very light bokken and work with a very heavy one, something a bit heavy. So, but the main emphasis is what you don't want to do, especially when you're working with a heavy one, is throw the bokken out and do something like this. So what I'm not looking to do is basically add anything to the movement. So what you're basically looking, if you imagine the sword is like this position, you're just looking to let it drop. Yeah, and it will do that on its own. So all I need to do is basically align the body to that drop. Yeah, but I don't want, in this case, to try and add into it. It's going to basically destroy the structure. So just play this. The sense is really now aligning to gravity, letting the sword just drop down. So find the back and then just let it drop down. But try not to add anything. Just try and align to the weight of the sword, basically. But give it a try. So just letting the weight of the sword drop, which isn't easy actually. Just let gravity do the work, basically. Great, and now take it to the feet, so you're in the right side, and you same idea. Reach the back and bring the feet together, and then drop into the cup. Find the back, and then drop into the cup. And again, just another way to sort of just drop towards the ground. You're not trying to add anything in terms of pushing it out, so it's much more of a release down. Okay, now really take the emphasis to the feet, and the feeling in this one really make the raise the important part of it. So think about the weight really, the weight going to the back foot, and in doing that, it's going to raise the sword up to the top. Okay, so think about this raise is coming from the ground, sinking to the back foot, sinking to the back foot, and then coming back to the even position. So really feel the weight shifting out to the back, and then down. And down. But really emphasizing now the raise. And you do that by shifting the weight back. So you want to do raising so from the ground. Doing that with the feet connecting to the ground. Okay, great. We'll take it into the curve, but now do an extra movement, which is find the back, find the curve, and then release the shoulders. Yeah. Find the back, find the curve, and then release the shoulders. What you're looking for in this one is to really notice what happens as I release the shoulders. If I'm out of balance, the tendency is as I drop the body back into structure. Yeah, so just listen to that shift of weight as you go into it, and try and feel that each time you just come a little bit more into center. And especially notice this, and pulling back. So listen to that last movement as you drain down. Listen to the weight of the body in terms of balance. Okay? You get it right. So make the curve strong and then release towards the ground. And just listen to the body as you make the release. Okay, this is really hard to feel. This is the best way to do this actually with a partner. So just cut this way, cut this way. So the best thing you can do is just say that as he releases, is have someone with their hand on the back, on the lower back. And what you want to do is use this feedback here to notice what he doesn't want to happen. Kick the hip up. So if he's out of structure, as he releases, there'll be a lot of movement here in the back. Okay. So just do that to me. So if I go like this, if I'm really out of structure, here's I pull back. There's a lot of movement here. And I feel now with the pressure, with the hand in the back, just a little bit of pressure. I feel all that movement. So what you're looking for in the cut now is like this weight down as I release it, nothing really adjusts. Yes, so the hips just settle basically into the feet. So it's a really difficult area to feel. You basically need someone you need basically hands-on feedback for this. It's a difficult area to kind of to feel, but just bring your awareness to it. So especially notice now, let's say I go to here and then something like this happens. Yeah, the hip starts to kind of pull back into the body. So just try to feel it, but it's difficult without time. Just really try. So it's basically the stability of the hips, the pelvis on the legs. Really that kind of stabilizing the body. Hey, good. Keep it. That's it. Good. That's it. Good. So we'll take this now to Zengo, working front and back. Focus on this kind of feeling. So it's the feeling of the pelvis and the hip as you find the feet chain and then engage into it. So by the time you settle the cut each time, the hips are basically reaching into the ground. What you don't feel is that hips are unstable and then trying to restabilize. Something like this. So try and feel that you really just cut into the hip. Settle the hip on the ground. Yeah, give it a shot. So nice and calm. Just notice again that area, the back of the body, the lower back, back of the pelvis, lower the spine. That whole area is nice and calm as you do it. So lots of activity in the front of the body. You need to have a really calm, clear back of the body, especially the lower part of the spine, hips. just play with an exercise in this one. This is the idea of this exercise is really to get into the feeling again that the whole body moves as one piece. So easy to do in the 𝘭𝘪𝘐𝗫 because you're basically just doing a linear motion with the body. Difficult to do in the 𝗧𝗏 where you're looking at a rotation movement. So play with this. In this case, find the cut. Don't every time go into the rotation. Play also with just coming back into this movement. Yeah, and then sometimes go into the rotation. But what you're looking for is to really get the whole body moving together. Whole body moving together. And then try and do it with the rotation. Yeah, and notice it's very difficult and the arm starts to want to take over. Okay, so notice that and just sometimes pull back into the 𝘭𝘪𝘐𝗫. Pull back into it. And whenever I'm really connecting the whole body together, then try and take it to the back basically with the rotation. So just explore it a little bit. Sometimes cutting the 𝘭𝘪𝘐𝗫, just pull into the back, linear leap straight back, and sometimes rotating with looping for a spiral. Okay. So it's just a test basically connection. And the aim is to really get the whole body working together, moving as one piece, flexibly, but really working together. Yeah, good. And once I kind of really feel that connection, just try and hold it and just keep it into 𝗧𝗏, keep rotating into it. Good. Okay, we'll just look at number 4. So just working with the 𝘭𝘪𝘐𝗫. So now the practice is really to step with it. So you're still finding the back, like you do with the 𝘭𝘪𝘐𝗫. And you're just now practicing the step. The hip work is going to be down the line. So think about walking the line with the curve. Yeah, give a shot in your own time. So either 2 or 4, cutting evenly, depending on the space. Cutting left and right. Okay, you're looking for a nice clear 𝘭𝘪𝘐𝗫 using the back of the spine. Just to align everything up. Okay, look for like whole body movement. So in this case, really explore this pattern, which is not to do place the feet and then cut with the body. Place the feet and then cut with the body. Kind of really splitting the movement up into 2. The movement's kind of in 2 pieces, but it's finding the spine and then cut it with the body. So what you're playing with is the weight transferring over the foot as you touch the spine, and then the weight entering into the ground with the foot. So really think of this as the weight drops into the ground. The weight drops into the ground. And the cut and the weight are the same thing. The weight of the body is the cut as it comes. Yeah. Just play with it a little bit. So it's just emphasizing that as you cut, the weight's going down into the ground. Okay. Keep it at confidence. What you don't want to do is basically step, land the weight, and then cut. You want to do it all together. But it's still a little bit 2 pieces in terms of movement. You reach the back, and then you cut. But let's try and explore this idea of just walking into it, placing the weight. That's pretty good. Good. And then the same idea, just working with number 5, taking it to 𝘥𝘢𝘢𝘵. You're going to release it. Now, this is really playing with this really small motion, so you're not reaching the back now. You're just finding the top of the head and then into the curve. And again, just cut evenly. Right side, left side. But again, really emphasizing the weight through the curve. Through the curve. That's the ground. Yeah, so all the weight is going into the curve. Okay. Left and right. And feel all your weight is going into the curve. Rounding into the feet, but no to the wings. Okay, good. We're gonna work with number 7, and we'll do a specific form for this. So just like this, you're gonna go from the right side to right, raise up into yoga, pause at this point, and then you're gonna come down 𝘥𝘢𝘢𝘵 instead, and then through into the ski. Okay, each time just find another position, or find the same position you're in, and just come back into raise up to the top, pause here, and then release 𝘥𝘢𝘢𝘵 ski. Okay. Refine your command. Raise up, stop. 𝘥𝘢𝘢𝘵, find the ground. And then it's this thing. Yeah, give it a shot. So you're doing the 𝘨𝑗𝑗. 𝘨𝑗𝑗 command first. 𝘥𝘢𝘢𝘢, and then let's press a little bit different phrase as well. Moving the right foot back. Raise the sort of up. There we go. Good. The main thing to focus on, that, especially with 7, is the spiral that's inside it. So there's a really clear spiral, if I can find it. So as you do this, try and avoid that the arms basically just come straight back and out this way, because I won't be able to find a spiral in that movement, because it's just basically a linear movement. So think about as you do this, the spiral is going to come from the hip, rolling into this foot. So there's an opening of this hip, which is going to cause the body to go into a spiral pattern here. So play with this, it's this, and then the hip's going to go like this into the foot, this into the foot, and then what I need to do is basically allow the hands to receive that motion with the ski. So this, and then this pattern. Yeah. So the sword's going to kind of roll around, but it's not going to kind of pull back and then straight out. So just play with this from the 𝘥𝘢𝘢𝘵, then how to basically pass a spiral through to the ski. This way. Okay, just play with it. So imagine you're kind of rolling around with the sword. And the aim is to find the spiral rolls across and expand out. That's it. That's it. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, good. So the number 7 really starts to open the spiral work. What we're going to do is now we're really emphasize it. So we're going to go one pattern just from the left side, this position. So it's as if you finish this position. Now you're going to rotate to the back, basically slice out with the sword. So it's a really great spiral for the body. So it's the left foot forward, you're going to rotate and then step back with the body. And as you do that, you release to really slice back with the sword. So it starts every time on the left side. This is the biggest spiral you can make. This, and then slice out. Yeah, give it a try. So it's the left foot forward. You're rotating, stepping back with the right leg as you slice to the back. Aha, there we go. So it's always with everything. The biggest block to the body is where all the focus goes. So now because I'm focused on a slash, the arms start to take over. So the block to this movement is actually the arm. So as the first thing that you do is really focus on releasing the arms. So play with play with the movement a little bit, but really think that the arms can release with this movement. The emphasis is on the ground and the body being able to do it. And then once you can feel that, start to bring the arms back in. Bring the structure back to the arms, but be definitely careful of something like this where the structure is locked together. And basically turn you around and axis. So think about really releasing the structure of the arms as much as possible. So all that kind of swinging work we do in the beginning, that's really kind of useful. Try and go into that feeling of the arms. Yeah, there we go. Nice. There we go, very good, great. There we go, nice. Okay, the next week is basically just a continuation of it, and it's a test of the connection now. So you're going to do the same motion, this, slice out to the rear, and then what you're going to do is let the back hip roll the sword around and into a 𝘥𝘢𝘦𝘬𝘐. So on the left side, the sword goes this way, and then the tip's going to roll back this way, and then into a cut. So big movement of the body, this, and then this. It's going to roll across it. You're looking at basically coiling one way, and then coiling back the other way with a forward step. Okay? So it's a slice to the back, and then it's a on the right side. So it's left foot forward, left foot slice, right foot you forward. Left foot slice, right foot. Yep. There we go. That's it. That's it. Okay, we're just going to put this together a little bit. So you're going to start to the right side. You're going to raise back up to the top. You're going to cut in right side. You're going to skeep left side. You're going to spiral to the back, slice, and then finish with the open. And then reset. Up. 𝘭𝘠𝘦𝘢𝘵, skeep, and then finally 𝘭𝘠𝘢𝘵. And then reset each time. Okay, give it a try. Your third to mind, 𝘭𝘠𝘢𝘕, skeep, slice, and then finally. And if you get lost, just break the root down a little bit. Okay, last 2 minutes. We're just going to focus on just one rotation. I'm going to make it bigger. So the movement that you made here, this one, is spiraling here. What you're going to do now is find this to the back. So the other spiral, the spiral that we did this way, open it this way. You're going to now open up this way to the left side. So the tip of the sword is going to follow, track this way. So it's not a slice, it's just to find the sword here. And then you're going to roll the hip through and find the back. Okay? Keep that hand supported so you roll to the back, change, cut to the root. So each time reset, roll to the back, continue, change, and then cut to the root. Okay? Give it a try. Last 1 minute. So it's just a nice big spiral movement to the left side of this one. You can play with different footwork with this. Don't be too restricted with it. But the basic feel is kind of spiral to the rear, continue into the cut. Yeah, there we go. Nice. And then this one, yeah, you're going to do your right foot and your wrist. Right foot. Even tip just goes to the tip of the sword, the tip of the toes. And then, okay.
You just move you don't move the shoulder, no?
Yeah, just release that. Just release that. The shoulder. Yeah. Sure. I need this here. Get the rotate this way. Push and go.
Ah, okay. Oh, is this happening?
Yeah, this happening.
Ah, right.
And then place it to this way, to the back. Just one point, it's a bit unclear with the footwork. So the emphasis on this one is like this. Somebody's behind. I see us behind. I see us behind. Like this. Yeah, and then yeah, so that's the feeling with this. Is so you're here. The whole body's gonna rotate with the sword this way, and then cut this way. So the right foot, the right hip, everything's gonna come really that way. Boom, and then go into this. Yeah. Last few. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Got it. Okay, got it. Keep going. Last. So, That's it. And if I can release this one becomes a really nice spiral to the body. Very, very tricky if I'm not balanced, but very nice spiral.
That's mental.
This is your core.
Okay.
This is your core. This is Aston. Okay, it's coffee time. We're gonna bow. Let's gonna bow around. Show me, right? Okie dokie, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you. See you in Montreal later on today.
Later.
Have a great weekend, and
Thank you very much.
thank you for the nice spirals to end the week. They're always lovely.
We'll do another cut Monday as well. I'll be here as well, so we'll do the little try. I might be on the beach again, actually, probably. Depending.